In the WNBA, I would subs the other category.
Sub would be like second. Yeah.
Yeah. I would sub them because I told you some of the stories how we eventually ran the break and won a WNBA championship, which is that really great. So I'd use them occasionally, but I couldn't get them to press. I didn't tell you that part. I couldn't get them to full court press. When I first went there, we tried to do the press and run. And as hard as they tried, they bailed on the press. I mean, you know, however you want to do it. They said, no, we're not doing this. I wound up playing with them some 2-3 zone. So it was the one time, that's why I would sub them. It's the one time in my career that I backed off my defensive scheme and it worked. So part of my decision was one of the coaches who kind of got me rolling with the fast break, especially the numbered fast break system, was a coach named Sonny Allen, who coached different places. He won an NCAA championship at Old Dominion many years ago in Division II. And he was at SMU and he coached in the WNBA. So Sonny was kind of like my guru. I would talk to him, and he wasn't into the pressing world like I was. Okay. Mm-hmm. He was not a full court press guy. He thought, and he had good success, that he could just run his fast break and he didn't really care what defense they played. He was just relying on when he got the ball, he was going to do his thing. See, I was greedy. I for better or for worse, I took it to another level. So I'm going to digress a little bit. When I was at LMU, before we pressed, we averaged, I think it was like 80 points a game, running the fast break and playing what you would call normal defense. You know, whether it was half court man or zone, didn't matter. We put our full court press in, and we went from 90 points a game to 110 points a game to 122 points a game. So the difference was the defense, because the break was the same. You follow? I didn't change a thing in the break. The difference was the defense. So ironically, I'm a real advocate of having the right defense. Because if you want to be a fast break guy, you better know that you have to create pace. But back to the half court zone. Sonny Allen said, well, the 2-3 is really good for the break because it has everybody in position to go on the break. So you have in the middle of the back line, you have your 5-man. So if they make a basket, he's going to be right there to take it out. You have your 2 wings that take off from the back line. You got your point guard is up front. So it sets up good to run fast break. What I didn't like about it was it took too long to get it. And players like it because they can relax and take their time. You know, so I gave in at that moment. I gave in. And with the women, it worked.